Welcome back again. I mean, especially to Philadelphia. I guess how's life in camp been these days? Because you've arguably have one of the hardest schedules we've ever seen in the UFC. Looking back, so physically, how's camp been? Mentally, how's camp been to prepare to fight here again in Philadelphia?
Thank God, man. I have a really blessing camp. To be honest, I don't remember the last time I feel like that. Healthy, very motivated, and the most important, very, very, very happy. You know, I feel great. I can't wait to be Saturday night.
And Esteban Ribovic is a guy that he's known to have some pretty back and forth wars, something that we've seen you in quite a few times. He describes this fight against you as an idol become rival because he made his pro debut the same weekend you were fighting Tony Ferguson in the UFC already. So I guess what do you make of Esteban as an opponent? And I guess when did he actually get on your radar?
He's a great fighter. I watch a couple of his fight with my coach. He's a great striker. He throw a lot of punch. He keep go forward. That's the type of the fight that I love. Everybody knows that, and it's gonna be a war. Yeah, like always. The other was very very happy because I know it's gonna be a great fighter.
And there's a whole generation of both lightweights and featherweights that probably watched you when they were kids and now they're in the UFC. Does do they bring anything new that you haven't seen at this point in your career? Like, do you have to prepare for anything, or have you just seen so many different styles that you just focus on yourself?
Like you said, I fought everybody. I fought the best grappler, the best strikers, and I always train, be ready for. Doesn't matter what my opponent do, I have to work. I don't think about this much, and yeah, like I said, I don't care. I always prepare myself for war. I always prepare myself for war.
And you fought in Philadelphia before in that main event against Justin. Was it important to fight here again because the last time we saw you, you didn't come out on top?
It's awesome comeback. I was living in Toms River, New Jersey. It's super close to Philly. And I came here a couple of times to train in boxing right here in Philadelphia. And I feel blessed to come back here again to have opportunity to take this loss off my mind. But yeah, I'm very very happy to be here in Philly.
And then just last one for me. I saw an interview where you said you're not thinking about retirement. This fight could be your last. It might not be. But when you do decide it's time to retire, is that something you would announce before your fight, or would you save it and keep it to yourself? I only ask that because we've had guys like Dustin and Cub. They said they kind of regretted announcing it ahead of time because in every interview,
Right.
it's talking about retirement and not about the fight. So would you keep that to yourself rather than tell everybody?
It's crazy because I don't know what's gonna happen. To be honest, maybe one thing I know, I have something to do Saturday. That's my focus, 100%. I don't think about retire or fight again, and my focus will be 100% on the next fight. I was, to be honest, it's crazy because my whole career, I fighting, I take 1 week off and I start thinking about the next fight. On this one, I was, no, don't care about the next one. Just focus on this 100%. And let's see what happens when I finish.
Edson, in light of that, though, when we spoke before your last fight, you were very honest about how your family feels about this, and when they say you're done, you'll probably seriously consider that. What were the talks you had after that last result, which I know is disappointing for you?
I always talk to my family a lot. One thing I put on the table is the time I really miss with my family. Just a quick example. Last Sunday, I was with my family on the pool outside. It's crazy hot in Florida, and the kids have fun. Me and my wife have fun outside, but I will start feel tired because I start cutting weight already, and I decided to go inside the home. I need to rest and do something to try recover. And my wife and my kids play outside. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna miss this time again because I need think about recovery, feel good to training on Monday morning, and I don't want to miss this time anymore. You know, that's I put on the table. That's what I start thinking about. Like, okay, maybe it's the time to stop. Maybe let's see.
Yeah, and you've obviously fought all the best lightweights, multiple generations featherweights too. Last time you were here, you fought Justin Gaethje in the main event. What did you think of his title win? And he's now the guy in this division.
Bro, he's good, man. He definitely one of my favorite guy to watch. To be honest, to be very, very honest, today you see don't have many guys like him. You know, I love to watch his fight. He's a really fighter. He go to fight. He's not gonna play the game. He don't do trash talk, all this crazy stuff. He's a fighter. That's what's love him.
So, Edson, what does it mean for you to be back on the UFC card here in Philadelphia after last time when it was here, you headlined the event? What does it mean for you to be back on this card?
You know, I love to be here because it's the next fight to do, you know. But I'm very happy to be here because I know I have a couple friends around here in this area in Philly. I was living in New Jersey, right in South Jersey, and I hope this guy is coming to watch me, and I'm very happy with that.
And secondly, when you look at your opponent, what do you think will present a good challenge for you about your opponent?
He's young, younger than me. He's a great fighter. He's a fighter. I watch his last couple fights. He goes straight. A lot of punch and keep coming. And that's making me very excited. When UFC offered me this guy, I was like, oh, it's going to be a war, like always. That's what I was very, very excited.
And last one for me, since you fought Justin Gaethje, who holds the belt right now, would there be a scenario down the road of eventual rematch against Justin?
Like I said, to be honest, I don't think about that right now. I just focus 100% on my next fight.
Edson over here. You fought everybody. You are one of the most violent guys, and you fought such a tough list of opponents. I wanted to ask you, who is the most violent opponent you've ever faced, in your opinion?
Most
violent.
I believe Justin Gaethje. I believe. Definitely, I believe Justin Gaethje. Yep.
Looking forward to Saturday night.
Yep.
Good question. When you finally actually decide to walk away, you were just talking about missing time with your family. Do you believe that's going to be the main factor as to why you would finally retire, or do you think it'll be like a physical thing?
It's crazy because, like I said right here in the beginning, when you start get older, you get smarter. You train smart. I don't need to kill myself anymore. I don't need, because I feel that especially the young guys in the gym sometimes need to prove for himself. I'm a tough. I don't need to do this anymore, and I feel better than ever, healthy. I have this full camp, no injury. I was 100% healthy. I don't remember, to be honest, fight and feel like that back the day. And yeah, but super hard for me. Super hurt me a lot. Time with my family, time with my kids, with my wife, but thank God I'm healthy. Thank God I'm healthy.
Yeah, and that knowledge you were talking about, you said, at you're older, you're smarter, you train smarter. Do you pass that down to the younger guys? Like tell those guys, in the gym, like, hey, you're still young, you can still take this damage, but don't do that. Be smart.
I try, but I believe it's the process. Everybody needs to pass the process. When you're young, you do a lot of crazy stuff. I do a lot of crazy stuff too, but it's part of the process. I am who I am right now because everything that I passed back the day.
Thank you.
Just going off that, Dustin Poirier and Dean Thomas and all those guys on that Deep Water show were talking about this week how fighters have two primes, like a mental prime and a physical prime, and it kind of sounds like you're talking about your mental prime now, right? Knowing how to do everything right and be smart and fight IQ. Do you think that's an accurate philosophy or way to put things?
Yes, because I understand, especially when you get older, that's the most important mentally. You have to be, you know, and yeah, like I said, man, that's the most important. I think that's the top of my career mentally. That's why I feel unbelievable for this fight.